Alright, welcome back to Foundation Friday. This is where I do a foundation related video every single Friday on my channel, 6 p.m. Pacific time. A couple months ago I did a Foundation Friday and chill where we just kind of talked and retested, retried some makeup. I gave you kind of like my updated thoughts and also just tested things in different ways, retried some products, tried some products for the first time. So that's kind of what I'm doing in today's video, but we are improvising a little bit. And I am doing all my makeup with my bad hand, my left hand. It's not really a challenge video. The last time I did this video, it was like a left-handed makeup challenge kind of thing for fun. Kind of this or no video. So I figured, let's just see how it goes with my bad hand. I'll get into kind of why in a minute. But if you enjoy this different kind of Foundation Friday while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Let's get into it. Okay, so I recently did a primer declutter video. I decluttered my primers and setting sprays, and I want to try the LA Girl Pro Prep Smoothing Face Primer. I've definitely tried this like at some point, but I totally, feels so weird shaking with my bad hand. I totally forget what I think of this. I don't know if that looks quite right. Looks a little solidified. Oh, no, feels fine. Okay, it's definitely like a silicone feeling primer. I'm not getting into everything that's been going on with my other hair stuff, but just to explain why I'm doing my makeup with my left hand right now. My neck injury has like rapidly declined and gone down my arm. So my arm is like kind of going numb and been really like burning. And so just like really basic tasks like lifting a coffee cup or, you know, washing my hair, driving, like those kinds of things have been really hard to do. So some days the arm thing like lets up a little bit, but the past like week or so, it's just been like nonstop just shooting like down my arm. So I figured let's get creative and still try and film. And then I was in the ER a couple days ago, just when we came back from Oregon. I just had like, I usually get a couple ER migraines every year where it's just like bad, like vomiting for all day, and it was just one of those ones. So that was 2 days ago when I'm filming this, and it just was one of those where like none of the meds they gave were working. They gave ketamine, that didn't do a whole lot, and then like the migraine cocktail thing, like just none of them were working. It's just been it's been an interesting last well, months over here, but especially the last like week. And then also this, when I'm filming this, obviously I'm still in my old space. When you guys are seeing this video, I'll have already moved, which is just wild to think about because right now when I'm filming this, I'm like max stressed because I'm moving in 2 days and obviously have had zero time to get anything ready to move. It's all very interesting things over here, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. And then I'm trying to film and still work, somehow edit. This video might take me like 6 hours to edit because I'll be editing with my bad hand, but it's okay. Okay, so for foundation, this is such an interesting foundation. So I did a whole review on this. I don't know where the cap is for this one, by the way. Oh, it's right here. I've ordered so many shades of this at the what are words at this point. This is the UOMA Beauty foundation. I think I reviewed T2N. That one I loved the formula of. Basically, I'm not gonna get into it like super in depth in this video, but every shade in this line, there's like different formulas depending on which shade you are, which is very tricky to review because each category of shades I have now found definitely has a different formula now that I've tried a few shades, and a couple of the shades I've tried I don't like the formula of. So I wanted to give you guys like an update on this in this video. The purple cap I don't love the formula of, so if your shade is within the purple cap, I don't recommend it. It looks totally different than the blue cap. The blue cap I do love, but the shade T1N, which I believe is the lightest in the blue cap, is still too dark. So I'm going to try mixing these two in this video. You know, then you'd have to buy 2 shades if you're around my skin tone, which I don't think is worth it because then you're spending like $80 around there. So it's just kind of like, because I already have these, I'm just curious what the formula is going to look like mixed with those two since I do already have them. Oh, let's look at that primer. Okay, I feel like my pores look nice and blurred on, especially on my forehead. I feel like not as much around my nose, but I'll see once the foundation goes on over top. My lips are so dry right now. I've just been like totally neglecting my skincare. Let me mix these on a palette. what was I saying? Yeah, so moving is happening in a couple days. I did just post my moving vlog number 1 on Wednesday. You guys are seeing this on Friday, so if you want to see the first part of moving, you can check out that video. I am trying my absolute very best to still get my 3 videos a week up, you guys. It has been extremely challenging, like, to say the least, but I am very much looking forward to this move and the move part being over, which is always, you know, just a thing, but I'm really looking forward to the move. Oh, this feels like it's drying down really fast on my face right now. Okay, I gotta work quickly. So, this is all happening, you know, with my left hand, so let's see how this goes. And blend. Oh yeah. Gotta get the thumbnail too. Okay, here we go. Stippling it on. I should have probably chose a foundation that like doesn't dry super fast. Okay, did I even say the shades? I'll put them down below. We gotta blend this into my face. I've had the most stubborn zit like right under here that is just not going away. One thing I've noticed, I think I am still gonna do the after 2 years after Accutane video or whatever. Oh, that could be a good Foundation Friday. Maybe I'll do that. I've been trying to think of Foundation Fridays that aren't all day wear test. I have noticed that after Accutane, zits just like, when I do get one, they stick around and they don't ever come to the surface. Like they just kind of stay there, but they stick around so much longer. Like I'll have this same one for literally weeks, which is interesting. I don't know why. I'll have to research that, and I don't know if that happens to other people. It's only been since COVID, like since wearing a mask is since I've been getting the acne again. Shade looks, I think I mixed it a little bit light, but looking at my neck, maybe not. I need to add some down here to cover up that. Okay, this is taking a while, so I'm going to do the rest of this and then come back on once my foundation is done. Okay, I feel like I didn't blend very well on my forehead, so I'm gonna take my sponge, and I definitely can tell I got like more of that light shade, the purple cap one, because that formula is definitely more matte. This one is super like dewy looking and just very smoothing, and this one doesn't look nearly as smoothing on my skin. So I am going to just take my Koki sponge. I've been loving this thing. It needs to be cleaned, I know. And I'm just gonna press it onto, oh, I used this, I think, to blend out cream bronzer last, so I think I'm getting a little bit of cream bronzer on my face right now. Whoops. I'm just gonna press this in and hope that it kind of like smooths out the texture a little bit. By the way, I don't want anyone to like worry that I'm just like chilling, you know, sitting on this issue. I'm not. I've been seeing so many doctors and getting different opinions and stuff, and I am figuring it all out. Don't worry. I know that the numbness and all that is not a great sign, and I am on it. By the way, It Cosmetics brought back this brush this year. It seems like they do this every year, but I think last year they made it different. This year, I guess it's the same version as this brush. This brush is from like 4 years ago, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. And I do love this brush. I actually use it a lot. I just rarely show it on camera because it was limited edition. And I feel like it's annoying when you can't find something anymore if I show it on camera. But now that you can get this, it is available. It's a great brush. Okay, let's do concealer. I need to desperately dye my roots, wash my hair, the whole 9 yards, folks. Okay, so one concealer I've been loving. I actually mentioned this in my favorites video like a few months ago now. It's the Youngblood Ultimate Concealer in the shade Fair. I like this because I can use this on like no makeup days, just for under my eyes, or I can use it on, you know, full face makeup days like this. And I'm gonna just take a little brush. Okay, I don't know how much concealer I just got because I'm doing this with my bad hand. Okay, so hopefully, oh, I just got a lot. Yeah, whoops. Oh, I just got way too much. And it's a little bit in my eyeball. As I'm using a Morphe brush, let's just talk about this for a second. So I emailed Morphe back in July and I decided to leave their affiliate program. I'm not super stoked about, you know, some of the things that they're supporting and doing. So I just figured it's time. I just feel like there are better brush brands out there to support. I still love so many of their brushes. Like a lot of the brushes that I use are Morphe, so especially the eye brushes. Like I just love their eye brushes, but I just want to let you guys know. So if you go to use my code, it is deactivated now and it's not going to be, you know, in the description box of my videos and stuff anymore. So if you don't see that, that is why. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. I have always had a really good relationship with Morphe though. I remember talking to them like when I think I only had like 7,000 subscribers or something. It was back when I was just starting my channel, like in college, and they were super small too. And they have, you know, done some really great things for me. They supported Project Beauty Share and did the meetup for us. They have always been really great to me. So I just wanted to say that, like, there wasn't any, you know, bad blood or anything between us. Like, I do appreciate what they've done for me and stuff. But, you know, sometimes you have to make those decisions. And I hope that they will kind of evolve and make good choices. I feel like that's something that you say to like your kids or your parents say to you. All you gotta do is make good choices, you know? Okay, now that I've spent about 5 minutes blending out my concealer, I think for brows, I'm actually gonna try and use my Physicians Formula Eye Booster in the shade Brown to do what I normally do with my Urban Decay Brow Blade. I'm just curious how this is gonna go. I'm not gonna do this with my left hand because that's going to be a total disaster. So I'm just going to feel the burn and do it with my right. So we'll see how this goes. I am probably going to be like down here doing this. So I'm just going to do this and I'll be right back. Okay, so that totally worked. I don't know if this is going to be as long lasting as like the Urban Decay Brow Blade because that one is super waterproof and just stays on really well. But just for like a drugstore option, if you want something similar, that, I mean, did the job. And then I just used the JOA brow pencil and just added a little bit to the front because I like to bring it down a little bit there. But the foundation is actually kind of like warming up to my face now. It's looking a lot nicer on my forehead and it just is looking really nice. As far as the LA Girl primer underneath, it's definitely not quite as pore filling as my Hailey's Beauty primer. I don't think it looks like revolutionary or anything. It's not bad, but I don't see like, you know, miraculous things happening as far as my pores. But let's go ahead and I think I am going to powder my, I'm going to powder my under eyes. Taking CoverGirl Clean Fresh powder in 110. Are we shocked at this point? No. With my Shop Miss A sponge, and I'm just going to swirl it in here. Press underneath my eyes. Oh gosh. Oh, this is hard. This feels harder than foundation. What the heck? I will link my last left-handed video down below. It was a couple years ago, but I feel like I was doing way better in that video for some reason. Test. Oh, good, mic's on. Okay, I want to use this Party Blush from Tarte's, their Amazonian Clay Blush. I just haven't used these in so long, and actually you guys won't see it yet, but I pre-filmed a blush and highlight declutter video that you'll be seeing in a couple weeks, a week or two. In that video, I was talking about these blushes, and we're gonna try it right now. This brush I've been loving. It's the BH Cosmetics Weekend Vibes #1, and it's quite big, but I like it for blush. Oh, I'm gonna have to blend that more. Whoops. When's this video going out? Vote if it's not too late. We have mail-in voting in Washington, which is amazing. You don't have to put any postage or anything. It's super easy. You can just drop it in the mailbox. So if you're in Washington, there's no excuse. I'm gonna take the AOA Perfect Pressed Powder in the shade Honey. I like using this for bronzer. It's just a face powder, but it's a nice shade for my skin tone for bronzer. And I'm just going to warm up my face a little bit. I feel like with this shade that I mixed, it's a little bit on the light side, so I'm going to apply this on my forehead as well. And then I'll probably have to use that powder to kind of blend right there a little bit more because I'm not doing a super good job of blending here. This is $1 or $1.50. Some Shop Miss A stuff is $1, some is $1.50, but they just have like the best dollar makeup. Okay, looking a little more alive on that side. Here's that side versus that side. I wasn't able to make it to a pumpkin patch this year. I don't know actually how late they're open. Maybe they are still open in November. I feel like they might be because maybe they're open till like Thanksgiving. For face highlight, I'm going to go with the Highlighter Duo by Milani. This is their Supercharged Duo. And I'm going to mix these two shades with one of my favorite highlighter brushes. This is the Milani All Over Blending Brush, but I like using it as a highlight brush. Because that pink shade is a little bit dark, I just bring it like a little bit lower than usual because it's almost like a blush topper, you know, and highlight. I feel like I'm moving in slow motion. It's kind of relaxing, actually. I'm going to take just the lightest shade and apply it to my Cupid's bow and nose. All right, definitely I'm ready for a setting spray up in here. I feel like that foundation combo or just the two shades mixed, is now looking better. I still like just that blue top one better on its own. Been using the Smashbox primer water a lot lately, like before the Oregon trip, after I did the declutter video, and I think it might break me out now. I used to love it, but I did used to use it when I had acne, like before Accutane. That's when I mostly used it. So it's always hard to tell, like, you know, what's causing what at that point, but I think this might break me out. So I'm not going to use that today, even though I do love the effect that that product gives under and over makeup, especially like more matte foundations, but I was breaking out and I was using that like a few days in a row before Oregon. So instead I'm going to use my Catrice HG Freezing Spray. I'm like half out of this one. Ooh. That felt really unnatural. Just like the angle of that. There's my fan. Okay, so that's drying down. I am gonna keep the eyes very simple today for obvious reasons. Maybe I'll do lips first and then go from there. So I'm gonna use this Dime Beauty Noah. It's like a nice fall, just kind of peachy liquid lip. I am just gonna use my good hand to do this so it's not a total disaster. These smell like vanilla. And this is just like a really pretty orangey fall color. Really like that shade. It's not too intense if you're around my skin tone. I feel like it's a very wearable peachy shade. I'm just gonna add a little bit of concealer to prime my eyes. This isn't, you know, gonna be my best eye look here, folks, okay? So I'm gonna use the Ace Beauty, I don't know if it's Ace Beauty or Ace Beauté Classical Paradise palette, except I feel like I'm not gonna do this justice because I'm not like using any of the fun colors in here today. I was just gonna use Barely, that shade right there, and Rye, which is the matte shade right there. So let's put Rye into my crease. Let me know down below how many of you guys normally do your lips first. I usually do my eyes first because then I can kind of gauge how light or dark I want to go with my lips after my eyes are done, because I never really know how my eyes are going to turn out or like where I'm going with them. Okay, I forgot how freaking pretty the shade Barely is. Look at that, you guys. That would be such a pretty bridal lid shade. Ooh, it is so pretty. I'm going to take Rye again on this small brush and apply it to my lower. Okay, maybe I should just use my other hand for this so I don't poke my eyeball out. Ooh, that's a good method. Head turn. I'm just going to put on some mascara. This is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. I'm almost out of this one. Okay, so I just added on some mascara, but I feel like I want a little bit of a glossy lip, so I'm going to add on some Patrick Ta in the shade She's an Influencer. That name makes me laugh every time. I love these glosses. They're very glassy, as you'll see, and they smell like mint. They smell amazing. All right, so this is the finished makeup look. Obviously nothing too amazing over here, but I'll have all the products I used listed down below in the description box if you do want to check anything out. But I'll have my empty apartment tour come in, some moving vlogs, and hopefully I'll be able to keep up with my other videos and stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.